Chosen one final days bring rewards. Everything very soon, this moment in time though, it may feel like the edge of a cliff is actually the threshold of your divine reward. You have been walking a long road, unseen, misunderstood, doubted, even betrayed. But through every storm you held, your faith, you chose to trust the invisible, even when the visible made no sense. And now the final stretch is upon you. Not final as in the end of you, but final as in the conclusion of the struggle. The finish line to a chapter of waiting, wondering, and walking by faith. These are the days where heaven finishes what it started in your life. These are the days when you realize that nothing you've endured was wasted. In fact, every tear you cried was a deposit into a vault of reward. Every moment you resisted, giving up, was counted. Every battle you faced alone was written in the scroll of your testimony. And now, the reward that was hidden is being drawn closer to your hands if you're watching this video watch until the end, because something is being activated in your life. And as you do, write in the comments your warmest wishes and the number 99 to declare that this is your season of fulfilled prayers. This is a moment to energize the atmosphere with your belief and speak into your destiny. Now chosen one, like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. Chosen one, you are walking into the culmination of divine timing. These are not just regular days, these are the final days before your breakthrough unfolds in a way that shocks even you. The kind of blessing that has been simmering in the spiritual realm for years is now reaching a boiling point. The pressure, the silence, the waiting. It wasn't a delay for punishment, it was a delay for positioning. God has been aligning, people shifting circumstances and setting the scene for your elevation. And now everything is going to start moving with intensity. You'll see doors swing open you didn't even knock on. You'll be offered things you thought you missed out on. You'll witness divine compensation in places where you were once rejected. The rewards of these final days will not be light. They will be major, undeniable, and public. What was once hidden in secret suffering will now be revealed in divine splendor. What was once taken from you will now be replaced, not with equal value, but with multiplied favor. The season of building in the dark has passed, the season of being tested. In silence is ending, the season of hoping. Without signs is closing. You have passed the test. You've stood tall when everything tried to break you. And now, this is not just restoration. It's reward, but don't be surprised if it all starts unfolding quickly. These final days will be intense. The pressure may peak, but that's only because it's about to break open. The enemy knows what's coming, and that's why you've been feeling warfare increase. That's why the doubt tried to sneak in. That's why it felt harder right before this moment, because you are closer than you realize to the thing that will shift your entire reality. That's why the spiritual attacks tried to intensify, but you've already overcome more than that. You are stepping into your winning season. You are walking into the reward of a faithful heart. Don't look back. Now this is the moment to walk with even more boldness. Even if nothing around you looks different yet, the atmosphere is shifting. The ground beneath you is vibrating with divine movement. The silence is not empty. It's sacred. Something holy is forming. Something massive is being orchestrated behind the curtain of your current reality. And when it appears, it will look like a miracle, but it will actually be justice, divine justice for the delays, divine justice for the betrayals, divine justice for every silent sacrifice you made. Everything is about to align, and soon, very soon, you will stand in the full light of what you've been believing for. You may feel like you've reached your limit, but in truth, you've reached your unlocking point. The pressure you're feeling is not your breaking point. It's your birthing point. Don't misinterpret the weight of this moment. You are not being buried, you are being planted, and in just a moment, you will rise, not gradually, but suddenly, like a seed that erupts overnight. Your destiny will bloom quickly. It's the law of spiritual balance. What was delayed must now be accelerated, and what was withheld must now be released in double measure. The truth is, this is a prophetic time in your life, a sacred crossing point between the old and the new. You've waited long enough, you've prayed hard enough, and heaven has heard you. You're not entering into a battle anymore. You're stepping into a divine reward, the kind that changes your name, your status, your surroundings, the kind that turns testimonies out of trials and platforms out of pain. Your story is not ending. It's being crowned, and in the final days, before the breakthrough, all things are aligning in your favor. You've been prepared for this. Your silence was preparation. Your isolation was protection. Your pain was purification. And now your reward will be public, profound, and undeniable. It will silence every doubt, answer every question, and fulfill every promise. You will no longer wonder why you had to go through what you did. The reward will make the suffering make sense. The joy will overtake the sorrow. The blessing will replace the burden you are stepping into. Very soon, not someday, not later, not far off, but now. The final stretch is the fastest stretch, and while others may still be waiting to see it, you can feel it deep in your spirit. Something is stirring. This isn't just another moment. This is different, and it is the time has come for you to receive. Not because you earned it through works, but because you were faithful through fire, and that faithfulness was noticed by heaven. You were chosen for this. You were refined for this, and now you're being rewarded for this. Don't doubt it. Expect it. Don't resist it. Embrace it. You will not leave this season empty-handed. You will not exit quietly. You will rise, you will shine, and you will reap the reward of every battle fought in silence, every hope held in darkness, and every prayer whispered in faith. You are entering the season of very soon, and what's coming will not just bless you, it will define you. Chosen one, what's about to happen will not be random, it will be divine, a strategic release from the heavens. And though it may feel sudden, it was orchestrated in silence. Every connection, every opportunity, every open door that is heading your way has been waiting for you, timed to perfection, held in place until you reached this very phase of your journey. The heavens have been preparing a reward, custom designed for your obedience, your endurance, your resilience. And now that you've reached the final stretch, the spiritual climate around you is intensifying. That's not a sign of danger, it's a sign of delivery. Everything around you is being stirred because something is about to be birthed from your life. A new dimension of purpose, a new realm of abundance, a new identity rising from the ashes of the old. That's why your dreams have been more vivid. That's why you've been feeling moments of unexplained emotion, urgency, or energy. Your spirit is receiving signals from the higher realm. Heaven is signaling that this is your moment of reward. You're not the same person you were at the beginning of this journey. You've been transformed by the fire, and now you carry something rare. Authority, not the kind that shouts loudly, but the kind that shifts atmospheres when you walk in the room. The kind that speaks through presence. The kind that can't be faked or borrowed. That authority is what unlocks the reward. The final days weren't meant to break you. They were meant to crown you with something eternal, something that even time cannot steal. This is why your reward will be more than just material. Yes, financial blessings are coming. Yes, elevation is coming. Yes, the tables are turning. But more than anything else, clarity is coming. You will understand who you are now. You will walk in a different power. You will finally see why the pain had purpose. You'll realize that the long wait was actually training, that the delay was a divine development program, that everything was on time, just not your time now. It's all converging, the timing, the calling, the release, the evidence, the provision, the support, the visibility. It's coming together fast, and it will make up for lost time. You'll see acceleration in places where things used to be slow. You'll witness overflow where there once was lack, and you won't have to chase it. It will find you, because when a chosen one enters divine alignment, blessings pursue you with urgency. The key now is to stay anchored. Don't let your emotions sway. You don't let sudden shifts confuse you. These final days might feel like chaos, but they are divine contractions, signs of birthing. You must stand steady, speak what you expect, move with intention, listen carefully to your intuition. Heaven is speaking through the subtleties, now confirming things, leading you gently, making the next steps clearer. You'll begin to sense things before they happen. You'll start to hear things in the spirit before they show up in the natural. That's how close you are. This isn't manifestation through force. It's fulfillment through alignment. What's for you is not being withheld. It's being unveiled, as if a veil is lifting from your path and everything is becoming visible. The people you're meant to meet, the stages you're meant to step on, the roles you're meant to occupy, the favor you're meant to carry, it's all coming into view. And don't worry if people around you don't understand it. They weren't meant to. You're in a class of your own. A chosen one carries a frequency that not everyone can detect. You are called to higher dimensions. What others see as coincidence, as confirmation. What others call luck, is legacy. What others ignore. You discern you're moving with heaven, and that makes you unstoppable. These final days will not break you. They will launch you. Your breakthrough is so close that you'll start seeing glimmers of it everywhere. Unexpected calls, divine opportunities, people returning with apologies, offers you didn't apply for, wealth streams. You never imagined. This isn't fantasy, it's prophecy. You are stepping into the realm of fulfillment, and every blessing will carry the mark of divine justice. They'll know it wasn't by chance. You'll know it wasn't by chance, it was chosen. Just like you keep your spirit open, keep your expectation high, speak your desires out loud, visualize your new season, see yourself rewarded, feel the energy of arrival. Act as if it's already here, because it is spiritually, it's already done. Physically, it's catching up. The reward has already been dispatched, the delivery is en route, and your name is on it. And when it comes, it won't be quiet. It won't be subtle. It will be a public sign that you were always favored. It will silence every false narrative. It will elevate you to levels that once felt distant. Your reward will be bigger than your request, because you didn't just ask. You endured, and endurance always attracts heaven's highest honor. So don't be afraid of these final days. Don't shrink back. Don't entertain the lies of the enemy. Instead, stand taller, speak bolder, move with certainty. Your reward is not a rumor. It's a reality, and it's coming fast before you even finish wondering when it will arrive. Chosen one, there's something you need to understand clearly. Now, these final days are sacred. They are pregnant with prophecy. This is not just another week, another month, another day. You are walking through divine hours that will forever be remembered as the turning point in your personal history. When people speak of your life later, this moment will be the chapter they reference, the season when it all changed. Heaven has been orchestrating a complete reversal of everything that worked against you. The curses, the delays, the silent denials, they've all met their expiration date. What was once locked is now being unlocked. The supernatural shift you felt, Approaching is not your imagination, it's confirmation. This is your cue. The divine energy in the atmosphere is different now. It's denser, it's richer, it's charged with promise, and the spiritual realm is pushing your blessings through the final layers of resistance. And yes, you've had to walk a path that most people couldn't survive. That's because you carry an assignment most people could never fulfill. But now, the heavens are declaring you ready for the weight of what's coming, ready to hold the blessing without losing yourself, ready to lead without compromise, ready to walk in power without pride. You've been molded through seasons of obscurity so you could shine in your season of reward. You didn't ask for recognition, but now it's coming. You didn't chase platforms, but now they're calling for you. You didn't manipulate your way into position. God positioned you in secret so he could reveal you in glory. You are no longer the same vessel that once questioned if you were even seen. Now you are about to become undeniable, because in the final days, heaven is not just releasing gifts, it's releasing evidence. Evidence that you were chosen, evidence that you were protected, evidence that everything you carried in silence is now turning into testimony. These days will bring acceleration, like you've never known what you thought would take. Years will happen in days. What you assumed was too late will arrive ahead of schedule. You will be stunned by the pace of divine timing. That's why you must walk prepared. Don't wait for it to look ready in the natural move like it's already yours. Pack for the next level. Prepare for the promise. Build the framework for your reward. If you move in faith, the blessing will meet you there. But make no mistake. This isn't just about prosperity. It's about positioning. Your reward is tied to your assignment. The visibility coming to your life is not random. It's purposeful. You are being raised up for impact, for influence, for divine representation. You are being lifted so others can find their way through your light. So don't hide, don't shrink, don't question your worthiness. You were born for this. These final days are not just about receiving, they're about stepping fully into who you are. And you don't need validation from people. God's endorsement is enough. His favor is your foundation. And in these final days, he is making it known that you walk with him, that his mark is on you, that your story is not over. It's being rewritten in gold. Every no is turning into a watch. This every you can't is becoming you already did. Every closed door is being replaced by open gates. This is a divine crescendo, a climax of years of unseen obedience. Every whisper of surrender, every moment of restraint, every sacrifice when no one was watching, it all counted. And now it's being rewarded, not just in one area of your life, but across the board, financially, spiritually, emotionally, relationally. God is making all things new, all things aligned, all things beautiful in their time. And that time is now. Even if you feel a little tired, keep walking. Even if your faith feels stretched, keep believing the miracle is not far. It's closer than your next breath. And when it arrives, you will say with full confidence, it was worth it. Every second, every setback, every delay, it all had a purpose. Don't fear the final days, celebrate them, because they are not the end of your story. They are the unlocking of your legacy. These are the moments heaven will use to show the world what happens when someone refuses to quit. These are the days when silence breaks, blessings flow, and everything finally makes sense. Chosen one, what's coming for you is not a simple blessing. It is a divine reversal. Every injustice that tried to bury you is now becoming the soil for your supernatural harvest. Every lie that was spoken behind your back is becoming the very proof of your rise. You are in the days where God is flipping the script so quickly. Even those who doubted you will not be able to keep up with your transformation. And no, it won't be silent. No, it won't be small. These final days will bring loud breakthroughs, bold shifts, visible confirmations. You've been hidden, but not forgotten. You've been refined in the shadows, but now your light is ready to shine. There's no more delay. The preparation season has reached its divine expiration. Now, the manifestation must begin. The reward is not only being released, it's being rushed. The heavens are moving on your behalf with urgency because the time is now. The assignment you carry must be funded. The calling you carry must be revealed. The story you carry must be heard. And heaven is moving swiftly to ensure it happens. These final days are days of divine clarity. You will begin to understand the why behind your long wait. You will realize that the places where you were rejected were never meant to be permanent. They were redirections. You were never abandoned. You were strategically hidden from people who couldn't value you, hidden from rooms that would have drained you, hidden so you could be refined without distraction. But now the hiding season is over. The curtain is lifting. And what God has been developing in you privately is about to explode publicly. No more running, no more doubting, no more explaining yourself. You've outgrown the explanations. You are now walking in demonstration. The time for defending your destiny is over. Now it's time to live it. The next few days will feel like waves, intense movements, emotional shifts, unexpected changes. But stay grounded because every wave is pushing you closer to the shore of reward. These final waves are not meant to drown you. They're meant to deliver you, to carry you to the very place you've seen, in visions, that place where favor meets faith, where timing meets transformation. That place you were born to stand in. Chosen one, you are stepping into your divine narrative, the version of your life that was written by the Creator before time began. And every obstacle you've overcome has prepared you to handle it. The people who left the doors that closed, the paths that ended, all of it was redirection. All of it was recalibration. You were never off track. You were being rerouted to something greater. And now, because you did not quit, because you chose faith over fear, because you kept walking when it made no sense, you've earned access to the final phase, the reward phase, the revealing phase, the now I understand phase. This is where everything hidden comes to light, where everything denied gets restored, where everything broken is made whole, and you won't just receive what you lost, you'll receive more than what you expected. That's how heaven operates. It never restores you to where you were. It restores you to better than where you were. Your next chapter is bigger than your last loss. Your next breakthrough is deeper than your last heartbreak. Your next reward is heavier than your last trial. This is why your spirit has been unsettled, why you've been waking up with a strange urgency. It's not anxiety, it's alignment. You're syncing with divine timing. Your soul is catching up to your prophecy. These moments of tension, these spiritual downloads, these divine coincidences, they're not random. They're proof that the shift has already begun. And soon your environment will have to catch up with your spirit. Your outer life will begin to reflect your inner elevation. The light that's been building inside you will begin to shine through your actions, your decisions, your presence. People will ask what changed, and you'll know everything, because this isn't a surface shift, it's a soul shift. You're not just stepping into reward, you're stepping into rulership, into ownership, into leadership, into visibility. You're not going to just be blessed, you're going to become the blessing. Others will find healing through your story. Others will find hope through your glow. You've paid the price in silence, and now heaven is giving you the crown in full view. Let this truth settle in your spirit. Nothing can stop what's coming. Not opinions, not opposition, not time, not fear. The final days are sealed with divine authority. What God started in you, He is finishing. Now, these are not just days of transition, they are days of release, of overflow, of undeniable glory. So prepare, chosen one. Your reward is no longer a prophecy. It's a process in motion, and it's coming very soon. Chosen one, your name has already been whispered in places. Your feet have yet to enter. Your presence is being summoned by divine design. And as these final days unfold, you'll witness something sacred, recognition without effort, elevation without exhaustion, reward without resistance. You're stepping into a prepared place, one molded by every tear you cried in silence and every step you took in faith when the road wasn't clear. This isn't just a shift in your life, it's a transfer, a supernatural exchange where burdens become breakthroughs, where pressure becomes power, and where isolation births influence. What was once heavy on your shoulders will become the very fuel of your legacy. You are about to lead others into the light. You found through darkness. You don't need to overthink what's next. You don't need to strategize how it's going to happen. The how is none of your business. It's already handled. Your only job now is to trust and obey the inner pull, that quiet. Knowing that divine nudge, you are being pulled by destiny, not pushed by desperation. That's why everything is about to align without the usual effort. It's called divine ease. It's what happens when heaven decides that now is the time. Every closed door in your past was a seed for this moment. Every not yet you heard was a divine delay that allowed your soul to mature enough to receive what you're about to hold. Because what's coming is not small, it's not temporary, it's legacy. The kind of blessing that echoes through generations, the kind of shift that rewrites family stories, the kind of breakthrough that leaves a permanent mark on time. You're not being rewarded for being perfect. You're being rewarded for being faithful, for showing up when it was hard, for praying, when you didn't hear anything back, for believing, when all evidence pointed the other way. Those silent acts of obedience created a spiritual record, and now heaven is responding. Don't worry if people around you don't understand what's happening. They weren't assigned to your process. Some will be confused by your sudden rise. Others will question why now. But you'll know this was the plan all along. God needed you refined before you were revealed, an unshakable foundation before global recognition. And now that foundation is complete. Now the unveiling begins. Pay attention to your spirit. Pay attention to signs, encounters, random confirmations. They're not accidents. They're keys in these final days. God is speaking more frequently. You'll be given dreams, visions, instructions, and every one of them will be part of the reward strategy. You'll be led to say yes to things that terrify you. You'll be instructed to walk through doors that don't make sense to the logical mind. But trust it, because your breakthrough isn't logical, it's divine. These days are also bringing completion. The cycles that kept repeating, poverty, anxiety, delay, toxic patterns, they're closing. Not because you worked harder, but because you grew wiser. You recognized what needed to end, and you chose healing. And in the spiritual realm, every act of healing speeds up. The arrival of blessing, your healing, is your permission slip for breakthrough. Watch how the energy around you shifts. Watch how favor begins to follow you like a shadow. Watch how conversations change when you walk in the room. That's not ego, it's elevation, it's your reward. Energy showing up before your reward even lands. It's the future calling out to you saying, "You made it, get ready, it's here." And yes, you may feel a strange tension, a blend of peace and pressure. That's because your soul knows something massive is about to shift. You are standing in the doorway between the old you and the crowned version of you. One last step and you're in. Don't let fear paralyze you here. Don't let overthinking sabotage this divine hour. you've already come too far. This moment is yours. What's coming next is not just reward, it's recognition. You will be seen in ways you've never imagined. You'll be celebrated, elevated, and honored, not for who people thought you were, but for who you've actually been all along. And the best part, you won't have to announce it. Your reward will speak for you. Everything you need is already in motion. Everything you prayed for is circling you. All you have to do now is receive, not strive, not beg, not plead, just receive. That's what these final days are for receiving. What's been earned in the Spirit, you don't need to qualify for it anymore. You already have. Now is the time to possess. What's yours, the heavens are opening, the harvest is ripe, the wind is shifting, you're not early and you're not late. You are right on time for your reward, and soon you'll walk into rooms that feel like prophecy fulfilled. You'll receive messages that feel like divine closure. You'll experience provision that answers prayers. You forgot, you prayed because heaven never forgets. These final days aren't ordinary. They're ordained and they are delivering everything you've waited for, sacrificed for, cried over and believed in. Get ready, chosen one. The delivery truck of destiny is pulling up to your door, and what it carries will not just bless you, it will launch you, chosen one. This is your final approach, the last few steps before the curtain rises, the final breath before your name is called into purpose. What's unfolding now is no longer about surviving. It's about reigning. This is the moment. Everything you've held on to in faith becomes visible in the natural. The promises you journaled about, the visions you carried in silence, the breakthroughs you held in your spirit. Even when reality disagreed, they are arriving. It's important you understand that this reward is not random. It is not luck. It is not coincidence. It is the result of alignment, obedience, refinement, and divine timing. The final days are not just the end of a season. They are the birth of a new reality, one where you walk in authority, not anxiety, one where you move in abundance, not fear, one where you rise with grace, not grief. You've done the inner work. You've endured the spiritual warfare. You've kept your posture in private. Now, the heavens are clearing the path in public, and it's happening quickly. The pace of blessing will accelerate, not to overwhelm you, but to realign everything at once. What took years to lose will take days to regain. What was postponed will come with interest. What was blocked is being bulldozed. Nothing can resist what is ordained for your life. Don't underestimate what's happening. You're not just being rewarded, you're being reintroduced. You're going to look different, speak differently, move differently, because your inner atmosphere has shifted. And when your inner world changes, your outer world must follow. People who overlooked you will suddenly want to learn from you. Places that closed their doors to you will now send you invitations. The version of you that heaven is revealing now is undeniable, and this is not a temporary high. This is not a quick turnaround. This is a new rhythm, a new lifestyle. You've crossed into a realm of favor that doesn't fade, and from this point forward, you'll live from a different place, not from striving, but from overflow, not from fear, but from flow, not from lack, but from legacy. You've broken cycles, you've shifted bloodlines, you've made it through the tunnel. And now the light isn't just ahead, it's within you. You'll begin to realize that the old timelines no longer apply to you. What others say is impossible will happen for you without struggle.